Today, Facebook head Mark Zuckerberg has announced that he's going to allow free speech on Facebook. Now, what does he mean by this? He admits that there's been censorship on Facebook and certain types of view, mainly right-leaning views, have not been allowed because of the fact-checkers and the content moderators. He's saying he's going to get rid of the fact-checkers. I say that because they're just biased people. They don't really check facts. He's moving the content moderators that you do need to Texas and away from California, and he's replacing the fact-checking with community guidelines like that are used on Elon Musk's X. In fact, he compared what he's doing to what Elon Musk has done with X. Now, this doesn't sit well with a lot of people on the left. And by the way, whether Zuckerberg actually does this or not is something that remains to be seen. I would encourage it, but that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about the reaction by the left to this. Now, the left for a long time, everybody says they believe in free speech, but they don't. And they can't even see how anti-free speech they are and how little they believe in the basic precepts of liberalism anymore. Liberals aren't liberal anymore. Free speech is the top of the list when you're talking about basic liberal values. But CNN's Brian Stelter demonstrated this perfectly today in this short clip that I'm going to share with you. This is unbelievable.
It gets to this broader sense that when people like Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg talk about free speech, everybody wants free speech. But it oftentimes seems that these tech CEOs actually are favoring or preferring a certain kind of speech, right? They're favoring their own speech or their own political preferences and not the actual entire user or the community's speech.
Let's break down what he's saying there. X used to be a place where fact-checkers and content moderators would suppress conservative speech. The left and Brian Stelter were fine with that. Elon Musk buys it. He allows all speech. There's some hypocrisy in different things, but broadly speaking, he allows right-wing views, left-wing views, centrist views. The point is there's actual free speech. This is what sent so many crazy leftists running to Blue Sky, because Blue Sky is a place where they will still censor conservative speech. That's what they want. That's what Stelter wants. When he's saying Mark Zuckerberg is saying he's going to have free speech, he's like, oh no, that's not free speech. They're going to allow conservative opinion. This is so ass backward, it's almost unbelievable. And let's break it down this simply. Free speech is, I have a right to my opinion or point of view, and you have a right to your opinion or point of view. We can disagree, we can talk about it, which is the point of civil discourse in a democratic republic. Or just one party can control everything and we could censor it and act like we're for free speech, which is what the left's been doing for some time now. Let's continue with this guy.
You know, the changes announced by Meta today are very much a MAGA makeover, a pro-Trump makeover.
So allowing conservative speech, screw that, allowing actual free speech is a MAGA makeover, a Trump makeover, whatever the hell he said. That is unbelievable. I can't imagine somebody at the ACLU in 1977 hearing this and thinking that anybody on their side thinks that what he's describing is free speech. Let's go on.
And that's going to win Meta some conservative users, but it may repel some liberals.
Yeah, they went to Blue Sky.
That's the same thing we've seen happen on Elon Musk's X. He's turned it into more of a right-wing platform where he's pro-free speech when it's really pro-Musk or pro-Trump speech.
This is beyond stupid. So let me calm down for a second. The data has shown, and this was reported on CNN actually, Scott Jennings, their right-leaning commentator, brought it up. The data shows that the users of X, I think, are 48% Democrat and 47% Republican, or I might have that switched around, but it's something like that. It's pretty even balanced. I see left-leaning, I'm not going to say liberal because these people aren't liberals anymore, but progressive views on X all the time, and unlike before, I can share my views, my right-leaning, libertarian, or conservative views. I think it's good that Zuckerberg wants to do what he's doing, and the fact that they're horrified at this. They want things to go back to the way they were, where all the content moderators, fact-checkers are left-leaning, and they suppress anything that opposes their worldview. Well, Brian Stelter and liberals out there who are not that any longer, if you think free speech is a MAGA makeover, I guess I'm super MAGA. I never really thought of myself that way, but if that's where we're at, that's where we're at. And liberals aren't liberal anymore, and they certainly sure as hell, as Brian Stelter just demonstrated, they don't understand what free speech is anymore either.
Well, it would help if we could regulate social media.
We're going to have to figure out how we rein in our media environment.